Today I'll be talking to you a little bit about the Green Bay Packers history and how they did last year. Here's a short video.
The team was founded in 1919 by Earl Curly Lambeau and George Whitney Calhoun. It was 2 years later that the Green Bay Packers joined the American Professional Football Association, which today is known as the National Football League. In an effort to come up with the funds necessary to field a team, Lambeau approached his employer, who ended up contributing $500 for equipment and uniforms. The Indian Packing Company, however, donated the money on the condition the team be named after them. Today, the Packers is the oldest team name still in use in the NFL. In February 1959, the Packers hired New York Giants assistant coach Vince Lombardi as head coach and general manager. From then onwards, the Packers became the team of the 60s. They won 5 world championships in 7 years, led by quarterback Bart Starr and halfback Paul Hornung. For 25 years following Lombardi's retirement, the team struggled with bad luck and ineptitude. This incompetence was galvanized when the team drafted offensive lineman Tony Mandarich second overall in the 1989 NFL Draft. He was chosen ahead of players like Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, and Derek Thomas, all of whom went on to have incredible careers. After this series of failures, the team was retooled by new GM Ron Wolf. One of his first moves was to recruit San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator Mike Holmgren as the Packers' new head coach. Wolf then traded a first-round pick to the Atlanta Falcons in exchange for Brett Favre.
Should he play? Does he know what to do?
This quarterback stepped in for Don Majkowski in 1992 and then incredibly never missed a start until he left the team after the 2007 season. But it wasn't until the Packers managed to sign Reggie White in 1993 that the team was really on its way to reaching the top again. And it did with a Super Bowl win after the 1996 season. After the 2007 season, Brett Favre was let go in favor of up-and-coming prospect Aaron Rodgers.
I just talked a little bit about the history of the Packers and some of their ups and downs in their recent years. They have the most NFL championships in history with 13. That does not include Super Bowls. They've been in 5 Super Bowls and have won 4 of them. Their first 2 were over Kansas City, and they're the first and second Super Bowl, which they won. Their first 2 quarterbacks were Bart Starr in 67 and 68, and then Brett Favre in 1997, where the video talked a little bit about their struggles and then came back and won. In 2010, Aaron Rodgers took over, and he is now one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He was drafted in 2005 from California. He didn't start till 2008 because he was waiting for Favre to either retire or be traded, and he won a Super Bowl in 2010. Brett Favre is probably the Packers' best quarterback in history. He played from 1992 from 2007, 16 season. Like the video said, he had the most consecutive games played at 255. His passer rating was 85.9, which was second all time. He completed 6,300 out of 10,169 career passes, which is a completion percentage of 61.42. He led the league 4 times in touchdown passes. He had the most touchdown passes career with 442. He also had the most interceptions career at 286. Last year, the Packers went 12-4. They lost in the conference championship to the Seahawks, which I believe they should have won, but okay. It was 28-22. They were first place in the North Division the last 4 years. They scored 486 points last year, which was first in the NFL. They allowed 348 points, which was 13th in the NFL. And Aaron Rodgers was an NFL MVP last year, and they didn't win anything. So I've told you a little bit about the history of the Packers and about their recent quarterbacks and their recent success and failures.